Start with the great name of Allah, who's the most Rahman and Rahim, who's the most Qadir and Kareem. This is Babar Ali, student of third year Department of Computer Science, and today we will learn the DBA fundamental. These are the contents which we will discuss about: database management system, distributed databases, programming, and then programming languages. So, the database management system. A distributed database management system is a centralized software system that manages a distributed database in a manner as if it were all stored in a single location. DBMS, database management system, it is used to create, retrieve, update, and delete distributed databases. It synchronizes the database periodically and provides access mechanisms by the virtue of which the distribution becomes transparent to the users. It ensures that the data modified at any site is universally updated. It is used in application areas where large volumes of data are processed and accessed by numerous users simultaneously. It is designed for heterogeneous database platforms. It maintains confidentiality and data integrity of the databases. Now the distributed databases. Distributed database is a collection of multiple interconnected databases which are spread physically across various locations that communicate via a computer network. The features of distributed databases in the collection are logically interrelated with each other. Often they present a single logical database. Data is physically stored across multiple sites. Data in each site can be managed by a DBMS independent of the other sites. The processors in the sites are connected via network that do not have any multiprocessor configuration. A distributed database is not a loosely connected file system. A distributed database incorporates transaction processing, but it is not synonymous with a transaction processing system. Here is the structure of distributed databases. So advantages of distributed databases. Following are the advantages of distributed databases over centralized databases. So first of all, we will discuss about the modular development. If the system needs to be expanded to new locations or new units in centralized database systems, the action requires substantial efforts and disruption in the existing functioning. However, in distributed databases, the work simply requires adding new computers and local data to the new site, and finally connecting them to the distributed system with no interruption in current functions. Advantages of distributed databases: more reliable in case of database failure. The total system of centralized database comes to a halt. However, in distributed systems, when a component fails, the functioning of the system continues maybe at a reduced performance. Hence, DDBMS is more reliable, better response if data is distributed in an efficient manner. Then user requests can be made from local data itself, thus providing faster response. On the other hand, in centralized systems, all queries have to pass through the central computer for processing, which increases the response time, lower communication cost. In distributed database systems, if data is located locally where it is mostly used, then the communication costs for data manipulation can be minimized. This is not feasible in centralized system. Adversities of distributed databases. Following are the are the advantages of distributed databases. Need for complex and expensive software. DDBMS demands complex and often expensive software to provide data transparency and coordination across the several sites. Processing overhead. Even simple operations may require a large number of communications and additional calculations to provide uniformity in data across the sites. Data integrity. The need for updating data in multiple sites pose problems of data integrity. Overheads for improper data distribution. Responsiveness of queries is largely dependent upon proper data distribution. Improper data distribution often leads to very slow response to user requests. DBMS distribution transparency. Distribution transparency is the property of distributed databases by the virtue of which the internal details of the distribution are hidden from the users. The DBMS designer may choose to fragment tables, replicate the fragment, and store them at different sites. However, since users are oblivious oblivious of the details. They find the distributed database easy to use like any centralized database. Now let's move towards the programming. So now the programming. Let's move towards the programming. Introduction to programming. A program is a set of instructions that tell the computer to do various things. Sometimes the instructions it has to perform depends on what happened when it performed a previous instruction. This section gives an overview of the two main ways in which you can give these instructions or commands as they are usually called. One way uses an interpreter. The other compiler, as human languages are too difficult for a computer to understand in an unambiguous way. Commands are usually written in one or other languages, especially designed for the purpose. Program. A program is set of instruction given to computer to perform a specific operation. Our computer is a computational device which is used to process the data under the control of a computer program. While executing the program, raw data is processed into a desired output format. A computer program is a collection of instructions that can be executed by a computer to perform a specific task. Most computer devices require programs to function properly. A computer program is usually written by a computer programmer in a programming language. From the program in its human readable form of source code, a compiler, assembler can derive machine code, a form consisting of instructions that the computer can directly execute. Alternatively, a computer program may be executed with the aid of an interpreter. A collection of computer programs, libraries, and related data are referred to as software. Computer programs may be categorized along functional lines such as application software and system software. Programming. The source code of a program is written in one or more languages that are intelligible to program rather than machine code, which is directly executed by the central processing unit. So the purpose of programming is to find a sequence of instructions that will automate the performance of a task which can be as complex as an operating system. On a computer, often the solving a given problem, the process of programming thus often requires expertise in several different objects, including knowledge of the application domain, specialized algorithms, and formal logic. Tasks, tasks accompanying and related to programming include testing, debugging, source code maintenance, implementation of build system, and management of derived artifacts such as the machine code of computer programs. These might be considered part of the programming process, but often the term software development is used for this larger process, with the term programming implementation or coding reserved for the actual writing of code. Software engineering combines engineering techniques with software development practices. Reverse engineering is the opposite process. A hacker is any skilled computer expert that uses their technical knowledge to overcome a problem. But it can also mean a security hacker in common language. And now let's move towards the last one, programming languages. Language is the medium of communication to share ideas, opinion with each other. For an example, if we want to communicate with someone, we need a language. It may be English, Hindi, Urdu, Spanish, or another language. But you need at least one language to communicate with someone, human person. To communicate with a person, you need a language. Same, if you need to communicate with the computer, you need a programming language. Without any programming language, you cannot communicate with the computer. Thus, programming language is the medium of communication between you, a person, and a computer system. It is the set of some instruction written in a specific style, means coding, to instruct the computer to do some specific task. To communicate with a person, you need a language. Sam, if you need to communicate with the computer, you need a programming language. The types, there are three types of computer programming languages. There are basically three types. Number one, low level programming languages, high level programming languages, and middle level programming languages. So let's talk about the low level programming language. These are machine dependent programming languages such as binary, machine code, and assembly language. Since computer only understand the binary language, that means instructions in the form of zeros and ones, signals that can be either high or low. So these programming languages are the best way to give signals, binary instructions to the computer directly. Machine code binary language does not need any interpreter or compiler to convert language in any form because computer understands these signals directly. Low level programming language, but assembly language needs to be converted in equivalent binary code so that computer can understand the instructions written in assembler is used to convert an assembly code to its equivalent binary code, but assembly language needs to be converted in equivalent binary code. The codes written in such kind of languages are difficult to write, read, edit, and understand. The programs are not portable to any other computer system. Low-level programming language programs are faster than high-level programming language programs, as they have less keywords, symbols, and no need or less need to convert into machine code. Low-level programming language. The codes written in such kind of languages are difficult to write, read, edit, and understand. The programs are not portable to any other computer system. And now let's talk about high-level programming language. These are the machine-independent program languages which are easy to write, read, edit, and understand. The languages like Java, .NET, Pascal, COBOL, C++, C Sharp, and other, which are very popular now to develop user and applications. These languages come under the high-level programming languages category. The features of high-level programming language, the programs are written in high-level programming languages are and are independent. That means a program written on a system can be run on another system. Easy to understand. Since these programming languages have keywords, functions, class, libraries, which are similar to English words, we can easily understand the meaning of a particular term related to that programming language. Easy to code, read and edit. The program written in high-level language are easy to code, read and edit. Even we can edit programs written by other programmers easily by having little knowledge of that programming language. Since high-level language programs are slower than low-level language programs. Still, these programming languages are popular to develop user and applications. Since there is no such category of computer programming languages, but the programming languages that have features of low level and high level programming languages come under this category. Hence, we can say that the programming languages which have features of low level as well as high level programming languages known as middle level programming language. C programming language is the best example of low level programming language as it has features of low level and high level programming languages both. Thank you very much.